Hello, everybody. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and I am a Western astrologer, mystic, and musician. Welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to share with you guys today this video on the upcoming full moon in Cancer happening on December 26th, 2023. And there's a lot to share with this full moon, so I'm very excited to get into it with all of you. Let me know how you guys are all doing out there in the comments below if you'd like to share. I hope you're all doing very well during this Mercury retrograde period as I'm filming this video. So yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling with this retrograde and the current energies. I hope you're all doing very well out there. I know it can be funky sometimes when we got a retrograde going on, but we're going to get through it. I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Happy winter solstice, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy end of a Gregorian calendar year. So lots of happies and things to celebrate. And this full moon, as I'm going to share, is definitely something to celebrate. I think it's a very positive full moon overall. So I'm very excited to get into it with you. I want to mention, if you enjoy my content, please remember to like, share, subscribe to my channel and to this video, and comment below. That helps my channel grow and for more people to hear the astrological knowledge and things that I have to share. So I appreciate all of your support, everyone. And also all my links are in the description box below. If you'd like to follow me on different social media, check out my offerings. That is all in the description box below. So, okay, let's get into it. I'm going to share the chart for this full moon. Very cool full moon in Cancer that we're going to be having. So as always, full moons are times of release, cleansing, letting go, and illumination. No matter what sign it's in, it's our natural time in the moon cycle of release, letting go. And this is a full moon that is in the moon's home sign. The moon is at home in the sign of Cancer, and Cancer is the only sign in astrology that is, sorry, I'm having a Mercury retrograde moment, you guys. The moon's only sign that it rules over is Cancer. So this is the most strongest kind of full moon we can have. And there's amazing aspects to this full moon, as I'm going to share with you. So I think overall, this full moon for all of us personally and collectively is very healing and uplifting, which is beautiful because it's happening the day after Christmas, happening right on December 26th. And I'm a Canadian, I'm from Canada, and December 26th to us Canadians is a holiday that we call Boxing Day, where there's a lot of sales at the shops and people get really great deals at different stores and stuff. So I don't know if any other countries celebrate that, but here in Canada, December 26th, the day after Christmas, is Boxing Day. So this is a fun day, whether you're going to be out shopping or at home. This is going to be a really nice energy for all of our Christmas season, no matter what holidays you celebrate around this time. So this full moon is going to be happening at 4 degrees of Cancer, which is interesting because 4 degrees is a Cancer degree. So we've got the full moon in the sign of Cancer, which I'll explain what that means, and at a Cancer degree. So this is like a double whammy of Cancer energy. As I said, the moon is in her home sign of Cancer. And the sign of Cancer in astrology rules family, home, the homes that we live in, our property, ancestors, our ancestral line, real estate, countries, our emotional well-being, our private side, healing. It's a very healing sign. It's a water sign, and it's our emotional well-being as well. So it's a very healing sign. It's a very comforting sign. It's all about home, family, comfort, our emotions. So I will be honest, it is normal, you guys, if we're going to have a full moon in Cancer, for all of us to be feeling, especially the Cancers or the water signs that are always the most sensitive compared to the other signs. It's totally normal if you're feeling more emotional than usual. Okay. If you just kind of start crying or you're feeling things coming up, because full moons are about release and letting go. And this one in Cancer is having to do with issues with our family, with our homelands, with our home, with our ancestors, with our emotional well-being and our healing journey. So it is totally normal to be feeling more emotional than usual, which we do have around any full moon, but this is the full moon in its rulership in Cancer. So it's super, super strong. This is a full moon where I think a lot of us can be having healing breakthroughs in whatever we've been working with on our healing journey. If you have been doing self-healing work, self-development work, spiritual work, or in particular having to do with our families. And I don't know about you guys, but I know for myself and a lot of us like-minded people out there, there has definitely been a strain for many of us in the relationship to our families and our homelands because of what a lot of us freedom lovers, truth seekers, spiritually open people have been into and sharing and in alignment with the past few years. So I think this is a full moon where even though Mercury is retrograde, okay, and I want to be very clear with this, you guys, we do have Mercury retrograde during this full moon. So we want to be extra careful of how we're communicating, okay, making sure that we're just being mindful of what we're communicating, that people are understanding what we're saying. But Mercury retrograde doesn't mean don't communicate or don't have healing conversations. It just means double check that what you're saying, review that what you're saying is making sense to the other person. And Mercury retrograde at the time of a full moon in Cancer can be healing conversations that need to happen with our family members. Okay. So I'm not saying, I'm not advising you guys to start having a really deep healing conversation with people. I would just say in your family, I would just say this is something that may naturally come up. Okay. And with Mars conjunct Mercury at the time of this full moon, we just want to be mindful that we're not trying to push our views onto others. We're not trying to have a fight because that, you know, might not end up in such a good place. And really, we can't change anybody's beliefs. People have to open up on their own. They have to have their own spiritual awakening. We can't force anybody to have a spiritual awakening or step out of the matrix or anything like that. So it's really about, with this full moon, I think it's a good time to do forgiveness work. Cancer can be a sign very much that rules forgiveness in astrology, accepting people for where they are in our community, in our family, and making peace with that, and not being in the frequency of drama. Okay, that's really, we want to be mindful of that. It's a Mercury retrograde conjunct Mars, and there's beautiful aspects going on with this full moon. We've got Jupiter sextile the full moon, only 1 degree off of being exact. That's really positive, one of the most positive things in astrology. We've got Jupiter trine the sun, very positive. We've got Venus sextile Pluto. We've got the moon trine Saturn. These are all like, and also Venus trine Neptune. These are all really great aspects that we're all having on the same day on a full moon. So these are, I'm actually channeling this from the universe right now. Spirit wants me to say these are all very high vibration astrological aspects that want to lift us up into a healing place, into a healing frequency, to share that energy with our family and our loved ones during the holidays. This is not a time where we need to project our beliefs and try to change people's beliefs in the family dynamic. It's about accepting and loving people for exactly where they are on their journey, if that resonates with you, and making peace with that and seeing people in our family for the beautiful people that they are. And I know, of course, some of us have family situations where there might be some people really screwed up in our family, which I'm not saying don't stand up for yourself or, you know, have toxic people around you. I'm talking more generally, just accepting people for where they're at, loving them for where they're at, and loving yourself for where you're at. We can still love people and celebrate with people if we have different views and opinions. Sagittarius. So that can be a challenge with this full moon, is how to navigate being around family or loved ones if we have those different opinions. But I think it's going to be, with all the beautiful aspects to this full moon, easy for us to step into compassion, forgiveness, accepting. And there can be healing breakthroughs that come through. Like I said, where there could be apologies that some of us are maybe getting from family members for things that have been said or done to you in the past few years, depending on how you dealt with the whole situation of the past few years. If you guys get what I'm saying, I got to be careful because this is going to go on to YouTube. Don't want to get banned. But yeah, also ourselves saying sorry for maybe things that we've said or we've done. This is very, very healing. This is also where information regarding our families or homelands can come to light. That is healing. This can also be miracle healing in family dynamics, Spirit wants me to say. So I think this is super, super positive. And on the same day as this full moon in Cancer, Chiron, the asteroid Chiron that we call the wounded healer in astrology, moves direct. And Chiron has been retrograde for a lot of this year. Chiron has been in the sign of Aries, which we're all collectively healing our wounded inner warrior, our inner divine masculine. That's why that's such a big theme in the collective. It's because we got Chiron in Aries. So Chiron moves direct the same day as this full moon. And Chiron rules in astrology our wounds and our trauma and our deepest pains. So we are healing and moving past big energetic barriers that have been holding us back around the Cancerian themes. So this is super, super powerful stuff. You guys, let me know how you feel about what I've shared so far on this full moon in the comments below. I do think that it's important mentioning as well that this is going to be the last full moon in Cancer that we have with Pluto in Capricorn. So Pluto is in Capricorn, the opposite sign to Cancer, at 29 degrees, the last degree in astrology. And on January 20th, 2024, Pluto moves into 0 degrees Aquarius. He's going to be in Aquarius until September 1st, 2024. Then we have 2 last months of Pluto in Capricorn before Pluto moves into Aquarius, full steam ahead for the next 20 years in November. So this is a powerful, also again, healing frequency, because Pluto is one of the planets in astrology that rules real deal, deep healing and revealing. And in Capricorn, Capricorn being the opposite side of Cancer. So it does have to do with family, specifically authority figures, parents, grandparents, rules that have been tried to be imposed on us, the governments, politics, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of powerful things going on around this full moon. I want to mention as well, really, really interesting, that Cancer does rule countries. Okay, so everything in astrology is ruled by a certain astrological sign and planet. And because Cancer rules homelands, land, property, the sign of Cancer rules countries. So I know it sounds very vague for me to say, but one of the things that's going to be highlighted with this full moon in Cancer is countries and the dynamics within countries, the relationships between countries to each other. But in particular, there's 2 countries that are Cancers, okay, that I think are going to be very positively impacted by this full moon. And those 2 countries are Canada and the United States. So what's interesting about Canada, and I'll bring this in, I'll zoom in so you guys can see this. This is the beautiful chart of Canada. Canada, really cool, is a sun in Cancer, 8 degrees exactly conjunct Uranus. This is very rare and interesting in the 4th house of Cancer. And by the way, you guys, I have a whole Astrology of Canada webinar that's for free on my YouTube channel here that you can see under my other videos. If you want to hear me do a deep dive on the country of Canada's astrological chart. So with this full moon in Cancer on December 26th being at 4 degrees of Cancer, it is conjunct the Sun and Uranus of Canada. Okay, so being conjunct the Sun of Canada, Canada is going to be very highlighted. I think there can be, with all the good aspects with this full moon, something very positive, a very positive development for the country of Canada. And because Uranus is the planet that rules freedom and things that are unexpected and surprises, this can be something coming totally out of left field over the next week or even 2 weeks coming up regarding Canada, news that has to do with Canada. And I don't know about you guys, maybe it's just because I'm Canadian, but Canada has been really going through it lately. And we definitely need some good news. So I think this full moon in Cancer is going to be very healing for the country of Canada. And there's going to be a very positive development regarding the people of Canada. Could be government policy, could be something having to do with the government, but it's very unexpected because it's also conjunct Uranus. So it's something that can bring freedom, and it's something that is a positive step moving forward. And then for the United States is a Sun in Cancer 13 degrees. So the Sun is activated because it's a Cancer, but the Jupiter of the United States of America is 5 degrees. So it's only 1 degree off of being exactly conjunct this full moon. And the Venus is conjunct the full moon as well. The United States has a lucky Jupiter-Venus conjunction. So this is really good for the United States of America because Jupiter is about blessings, luck, abundance, and expansion. And Venus is enjoyments of life and the financial system. Also women, Venus can be women, and in the 7th house, in the United States, 7th house of people. So there can be positive developments having to do with policy, law, the people, some kind of blessing, some kind of big gift or blessing coming forward for the United States. And I didn't bring it up. Actually, let me see if I can bring this up on here. Just one second, you guys. Jeffrey Epstein. I just saw this before I started recording this video. Federal judge, here, I'll bring this up. This just came out right before I started this video. Jeffrey Epstein list, more than 170 people may be named in the new year. So within the influence of this full moon in Cancer, right after this full moon in Cancer, it's looking like people associated with Jeffrey Epstein, that hidden list, can be coming forward. And there's going to be a very big revealing that takes place, that when that does come up, a lot of the people of America, Canada, and the whole world are going to go through an even bigger wake up, and hopefully some justice can be served in that regard. The 7th house, Libra, does rule courts, justice, law, lawyers, people we're associated with. So I think that that list actually could come out, and it could be a very positive development in even more people waking up. So very cool. Let me know if you guys get any intuitive insights or anything as I'm saying that. And okay, I'm going to get into this full moon for each of the 12 signs. But before I do that, I want to do a collective card pull for this full moon. Since we just talked a lot about the collective energies, I want to pull some cards on for all of the whole collective. What's our divine guidance from universe, all that supports us for our highest good regarding this full moon in Cancer on December 26th. Okay, first card we're getting from my Moonology deck, Have Faith in Your Dreams, Waxing Crescent Moon. I'm going to pull a few different cards. Oh, Wow. The gold ray of Christ. This is from my Ascension cards. Blessings pour onto you when you choose this card of unconditional Mercury retrograde. Blessings pour onto you when you choose this card of unconditional love. The gold ray of Christ is held within the cosmic heart at the ninth dimension. Ask the ray to flow through you and surround you with its golden light. When you carry this high frequency force in your aura, you can relax and know you are totally safe. Remember to send the golden ray of Christ to others. So this is like Jesus and the Christ consciousness, which is very much about related to Christmas. And I know that there is speculation around, was Jesus actually born on December 25th, or was it in the summertime? That will be revealed at some point. But interesting, we do have a Christ consciousness card coming through, Jesus frequency, which is very, very positive and protective. Ooh, and from the astrology deck, we got my Neptune card, or our Neptune card, which is spirituality, spiritual awakening, creativity, compassion, and forgiveness as well. So I'm feeling that word very strong, forgiveness, with this full moon. Neptune is in a beautiful trine to Venus exact at this full moon. So that's, we can be receiving important messages through our dreams, through spending time in meditation, maybe doing a meditation with our family if they're open to that. This is going to be very positive and very, very healing and heart opening as well, with the Christ card coming through. Very cool. So, okay. Hope that collective reading resonated with you guys. And now I want to get into each of the 12 signs, mini reading for each of the 12 signs for this full moon in Cancer. And we are going to start with the Aries, okay? So Aries, this full moon in Cancer on December 26th is happening in your 4th house, which in astrology is the house ruled by the sign of Cancer, the Cancer house. So this is going to be very strong for you, Aries. Full moons are times of cleansing, release, and illumination. And the 4th house is Cancer ruled, as I said. This is a beautiful full moon to be spending time with your family and at home, Aries. Just watch out for any unnecessary conflict with siblings or cousins, because your planetary ruler, Mars, planet of aggression and conflict, is conjunct Mercury, which is our siblings and our cousins and communication. So as I said earlier in the collective reading portion of this video, we don't need to preach our beliefs to people that are not going to listen. They are not ready to listen. So focus on enjoying the time with your family, on being in your home, relaxing, rejuvenating your emotional well-being. You can have beautiful, relaxing, and rejuvenating time, Aries, for your emotional well-being. You may be feeling more emotional than usual, okay, because this full moon is in your 4th house, the house of Cancer, with Mars square Neptune. So just, Aries, this full moon is asking you to chill out, enjoy time with your family, spend time at home, and relax, which I know for some of you, Aries, can be a little bit of a challenge because you're so energetic, which is amazing. But this full moon is asking you to relax, spend time at home. You may be feeling more emotional than usual. Just watch some fun movies, do whatever resonates with you to relax. Really good time for you guys to relax, okay? And now we're going to move to Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, and risings. I should have mentioned that earlier, you guys, so you can listen to your sun, moon, and rising sign. So for Taurus, this full moon is happening in your 3rd house. And the 3rd house is the Gemini ruled areas of life. Okay, Taurus. So your mind, communication, siblings, friends, socialization, your local community, neighbors, social media, interests in learning, short distance travel. So all of these areas are highlighted for you, Taurus, with this full moon. You may be letting go or releasing in those areas of life, or they may just be being illuminated. Jupiter, what's really cool about this full moon is Jupiter is currently in Taurus and is in an exact sextile to this full moon. So we got Jupiter in Taurus right now, which is very lucky for the Tauruses, and in a sextile to this full moon. This is one of the most positive aspects in astrology. So this is very positive and lucky for you Tauruses, okay? This is not just luck, blessings coming through, but expansion of your higher consciousness. So yay, very positive for the Tauruses. Issues with your siblings or friends can be coming to a completion point with this healing full moon in your third house. And your planetary ruler is in the sign of Scorpio, trine Neptune, which is a very nice aspect. Venus in Scorpio, in your 7th house, trine Neptune in your 11th house. So this is all the houses, the full moon being in the 3rd, Venus, your planetary ruler, in the 7th, trine Neptune in the 11th. These are the houses of others and our relationships with others. So for you Tauruses, this is a very healing full moon for your relationships, and it's illuminating who you surround yourself by and what energies you're choosing to have around you. So happy full moon, Tauruses. That's looking very, very positive. And now we're going to move on to the Geminis, beautiful Gemini sun, moon, and risings. This full moon in Cancer on December 26th is happening in your 2nd house. The 2nd house is the Taurus ruled areas of life. So full moons are times of cleansing, release, illumination. Our 2nd house is our values, our income, our physical resources, can be our day-to-day work and day-to-day income. So these areas are being illuminated for you, and there can be release happening in these areas. This full moon, Geminis, is in trine to Saturn in your 10th house. Saturn is the ruler of the 10th house of Capricorn. So this can be positive development regarding your income, abundance, work. You can be releasing values or possessions that no longer serve you. It would be very in alignment for you to do that, particularly physical possessions. This can also be the completion point of a major purchase or debt that has been needed to be paid off. So that can be something coming up for some of you Geminis. And important to note that your planetary ruler, Mercury, is currently retrograde during this full moon in Cancer in your 7th house, okay? So Mercury is currently retrograde and is square Neptune and conjunct Mars. So this is not a time, Geminis and the Geminis and Virgos in particular, not a time to initiate something new with this full moon. Just relax, rejuvenate, release, watch what's coming up, and just observe what is coming up for you, okay? Because there can be, with Mercury conjunct Mars and Mercury square Neptune, maybe some confusion regarding committed relationships, okay? Because Mercury is in your 7th house retrograde. That is normal if you're having this come up. So just watch how things are playing out or playing out around this full moon, and make decisions that you need to from January 1st onwards when Mercury is direct. I hope that makes sense. Geminis, happy full moon. Okay, and for the Cancers, this is your full moon in the year. This is our annual full moon in Cancer. So happy, happy full moon in Cancer to all you Cancer sun, moons, and risings. This is a very positive, beautiful full moon, of course, happening in your 1st house. And this is a big one for you because this is major releasing, cleansing, illumination of yourself, your identity, and your boundaries, okay? So there can be big things coming up right now, Cancer, that no longer serve you coming up to be released. There can be things that you're realizing about yourself, Cancer, about your identity, truths being revealed coming up. We've got this full moon sextile Jupiter in your 11th house and the sun in your 7th trine Jupiter in your 11th. So these are all houses similar to what I was saying earlier for the Tauruses. A lot of these houses, the 7th and the 11th, where you've got the sun and Jupiter in trines and sextile, these are about our relationships. So Cancers, there could be relationships that are coming to a completion point, but it's actually very, very positive for you. There can also be new people coming into your life, new friends, new group associations. And Spirit wants me to say that when one door closes, another door opens. Okay, so when we let go of relationships or commitments that don't serve us, that makes space for new things. So relationships can be highlighted. There can be some stuff coming up with that. But overall, I feel like this is very, very positive for you Cancers. Some really big positive identity upgrades and illumination of yourself. So happy full moon in Cancer. Okay, and for the Leos, this full moon in Cancer on December 26th is happening in your 12th house. And the 12th house is the Pisces ruled areas of life in astrology. Full moons are times of release and illumination. So Leos, you can be releasing deep-seated patterns with this full moon. Deep-seated patterns can be coming up, Leo. Your spiritual connection, intuition is very, very strong with the moon in the home sign of Cancer in your 12th house. This is a great time to meditate, journal, dream. You may be feeling extra sleepy and tired, so just make sure you get lots of rest, sleep, and pay attention to your dreams, okay? This is very, very magical time. You can have some very magical synchronicities and things coming up spiritually. So happy full moon to all you Leos out there. Okay, and for the Virgos, this full moon in Cancer on December 26th is happening in your 11th house. And the 11th house in astrology is the Aquarian ruled areas of life. So our friends, our group associations, the future, the age of Aquarius, our goals, dreams, and aspirations. So it can be, Virgos, for you being illuminated, your goals, your dreams, your friends, your group associations. There can be, similar to what I was saying for the Cancers, maybe some friendships coming to a completion point or group associations coming to a completion point. But again, I'm being guided to say when one door closes, another door opens. Okay, Virgos. And this full moon is in sextile to Jupiter in your 9th house. You guys got Jupiter in your 9th house. Lucky ducky Jupiter, which is in the home house, he rules the 9th house. So that's very, very positive for you guys. This can be lucky blessings, opportunities coming forward for you. Maybe some of you are doing foreign travel, as Jupiter in the 9th house rules foreign travel, or getting connected to foreign people. There could be travel opportunities coming up at this time for the future. The sun in your 5th house is trine Jupiter in your 9th house. So this can be a fun full moon. The 5th house is the house of fun where the sun is in trine to your Jupiter. So do something fun, Virgo. I would say with this full moon happening in your 11th house, get out into like-minded community and have some fun. Go to a group event. You can make some new friends. You can learn some cool new things. Get around like-minded people. And your planetary ruler, Mercury, is still retrograde until January 1st. So yes, Mercury is retrograde. We just want to pay extra attention to that. What I was saying to the Geminis earlier, not the best time to be starting something new, okay? In particular for Geminis and Virgos, as they're ruled by Mercury. So just wait until the new year, January 1st, when Mercury goes direct. If there's any big decisions that you need to make, contracts you need to sign, anything like that. But otherwise, this is looking really nice, Virgos. So happy full moon in Cancer to you. Now we move on to the Libras. So Libras, this full moon in Cancer is happening on December 26th in your 10th house. And the 10th house in astrology is the Capricorn ruled areas of life. Full moons are about cleansing and illumination. So there can be an ending completion point in regards to something work or career related or how you're seen publicly. Saturn, which is the ruler of the 10th house, is in your 6th house, which is our day-to-day work, in trine to this full moon. So this is actually, excuse me, I'm having the hiccups. This is positive developments in your work, even if there are completion points happening or endings happening. Some of you may also be receiving promotions, new job opportunities, or creating those for yourself. Some of you Libras may be coming to the realization, I'm grateful for the job I have and how it's supporting me, but actually I want to start my own job or be my own entrepreneur. So that could definitely be coming up for some of you Libras out there. Let me know if that resonates in the comments and how that resonates for you guys. So happy full moon in Cancer. And Scorpios, this full moon on December 26th is happening in your 9th house, which is the Sagittarian ruled areas of life in astrology. So this is foreign travel, foreign people, higher knowledge, higher learning, our teachers and mentors, publishing as well. And it's a very lucky and expansive house that also rules our higher consciousness. So this can be a lucky full moon. And I know I keep saying that word lucky, you guys, but really for all of us, it can be if we tap into our magical side with the beautiful sextile to Jupiter to this full moon and trine to Jupiter to the sun at the time of this full moon. So Scorpios, your higher consciousness is illuminated. Some of you Scorpios may be traveling to a foreign country. Even though Mercury is retrograde, just double check everything while you're traveling. Very, very important. Or new travel opportunities can be coming up. There can also be higher learning opportunities coming up, or some of you finishing a course that you've been doing, finishing a subject you've been learning and coming to a completion point with that. The moon is sextile to Jupiter in your 7th house. So there can be some your relationships being highlighted. There can be higher consciousness upgrades happening with your committed relationship partners. And the sun is trine Jupiter in your 3rd. So this is, again, a lot having to do with your relationships. Scorpio, I was just talking about that with some of the other signs. So pay attention to who you surround yourself with, how they make you feel emotionally. Cancer, the sign of this full moon, rules our emotions and our emotional well-being. When we're around people, do they nurture us? Do they nourish us? Or do they zap us and drain us? So just paying attention to that, but not a big deal. I think this is actually a really positive full moon for everyone. Scorpios, your planetary ruler Pluto is at 29 degrees of Capricorn. So the final degree of Capricorn, this is intense. And Scorpios, I don't know about you guys, I am a Scorpio, so I've been feeling it. I've been feeling really, really intense as a Scorpio. And I know some other Scorpios are going through really intense things right now. It does have to do with the fact that Pluto is right at the last degree of a sign and about to enter a new sign. So we can be feeling that, Scorpios, and actually processing that for the collective. So I think this full moon is a really good time to be relaxing, rejuvenating, even though it's activating our 9th house, which can be foreign travel and being out there in the world. Just making sure you're doing recuperation time, taking care of your emotions and what's coming up for you. So happy full moon, Scorpios. And Sagittariuses, or Sagittarians rather, oh my God, I'm messing up my words today. Sorry, you guys. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. This full moon in Cancer is happening in your 8th house. And the 8th house is the Scorpio ruled areas of life. So this is a big transformation for you, having a full moon in the 8th house and a new moon earlier in the month in your 1st house. We had a new moon in Sagittarius. This is a big release full moon. So you guys could be having a big release because the 8th house of Scorpio is like real deal healing and releases and things coming to light, secrets coming to light. But don't worry though, because your planetary ruler, Jupiter, is in sextile to the full moon. So this is very positive, lucky in regards to anything that you are currently letting go or you need to let go of overall in your life. And in particular, having to do with your hidden money, intuitive gifts, spirituality, and your relationships with others. So yeah, Sagittarius, I think it would be great full moon time to not just spend time with your family and loved ones, but do some kind of releasing ceremony, meditation, if that resonates with you, because there can be some really big things coming up for you with this full moon in your 8th house. So hope that resonates with you, and happy full moon. Now for the Capricorns, my lovely Cappies out there, sun, moon, and rising. This full moon in Cancer on December 26th is happening in your 7th house. And the 7th house in astrology is the Libra ruled areas of life. So this is our commitments. This is our committed relationships, other people, and our aesthetic that we may be into, and our love life as well. So for some Capricorns, there can be letting go in these areas of life happening, or illumination regarding those themes. Jupiter is in your 5th house, the house of romance, sextile this full moon. So this could actually be a very romantic, lovey-dovey full moon for the Capricorns out there. Some of you Capricorn, sun, moon, and risings could have a boost in your committed relationship if you're currently in a relationship. It could be illuminated to you, maybe someone in your life or someone new that could be a really good committed relationship to step into. But I would say don't make any big crazy decisions until Mercury goes direct from January 1st onwards, because we've currently got Mercury retrograde until January 1st. So this is great full moon for you guys to be around people that you love. With Jupiter in your 5th house, I love when I see Jupiter in the 5th house, because that's very, very fun. You guys are going to be feeling like you want to have fun and celebrate, which you Capricorns work so hard and are so naturally responsible. So you guys deserve a nice break. So happy holidays to you, and happy full moon in Cancer, Capricorns. Okay, now we go to the Aquarians. Aquarius. Happy full moon, Aquarians. This full moon in Cancer on December 26th is happening in your 6th house. And the 6th house in astrology is the Virgo ruled areas of life. So you can be releasing health habits that aren't good for you anymore. Your day-to-day work routines and health are illuminated with this full moon. So those are good areas to be paying attention to. Saturn, your traditional planetary ruler, is sextile Jupiter. So this can be very positive self-developments for you with this full moon. This can be where it can be illuminated to you in the 6th house, your habits and your day-to-day routines. So if you're feeling a little bit more like a Virgo around this full moon, that is normal, because it's happening in your 6th house. And you may be inspired to start some new health routines. And it's interesting because this is a full moon. So usually we're not talking about starting something new or new things being revealed to us. But I feel like there's so many positive aspects with this full moon that things can be revealed to us. But let's not initiate anything crazy, any new health fad, or buy any new cleanse or anything like that until Mercury goes direct from January 1st onwards. So I hope that resonates with you, Aquarians. Happy full moon. And last but not least, we've got the Pisces, sun, moon, and risings. This full moon is happening in your 5th house. And the 5th house in astrology is the Leo ruled areas of life. So this is the fun house, Pisces. This is fun and celebration and our inner child, children, creativity, performance, showing ourselves. So Pisces, this is really nice. This is going to be a very fun full moon for you guys. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the holidays. This can be, you guys may be feeling more silly than usual with the full moon in your 5th house, silly with your family, wanting to have fun with your family. We do have your planetary ruler, Neptune, okay, is in square to Mercury. So that might cause a little bit confusion with friends, siblings, or cousins. I'll be honest, just be mindful of any opposing beliefs or disagreements. We don't have to go into a combative place with family members, just accepting them, loving them for who they are. We pulled your planetary ruler card earlier for the collective, the Neptune card. So just enjoying yourself. I know you guys are like the psychic empaths of the zodiac. So not taking on anybody's negative energy. Okay. I'm hearing Spirit share the ancient Hawaiian Ho'oponopono prayer. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. So if you've never heard of the Ho'oponopono prayer for forgiveness and healing, maybe that's something that you Pisces want to check out, because you Pisces hold a lot. You process a lot for all of us. You're like psychic sponges. And you know what? You don't need to carry everybody else's issues. So, and don't allow anyone to project any combative energy on you. Not seeing it as a really big deal, just saying, because Neptune is square your Mercury. So with the moon in your 5th house overall, this is very, very fun and positive overall. So happy full moon to all you Pisces out there. Hope that resonated with you. Okay, so let me know how you guys feel about everything I shared in the comments. If you've gotten this far, really hope that you enjoyed this video, that you have a very, very happy full moon in Cancer holiday season. I'm going to be taking a little social media break. I will be back right at the start of the new Gregorian year. So it won't be long that I won't be here, but just saying, I'm not going to be as active I'm not going to be active at all on my social media for the rest of the year pretty much, but I am sending you all so, so much love. And before I finish up, just want to share with you guys that I do offer personal astrology readings that are available to book over at maisonjupiter.com. And we've got a discount code, all in one word, Beyond Mystic, that you can use to get 10% off a reading with me. And I'm currently offering 1-year personal forecast looking at your year ahead and birth chart astrology readings as well. So it's a great time of year to book a looking at your year ahead as we're getting to the end of a Gregorian year. And we've also got on maisonjupiter.com gift cards if you'd like to gift a loved one an astrology reading with me. So those are available. The link is in the description box below. And my astrology sister and I, Julie, worked very hard to put out these 2024 prediction videos for each of the 12 zodiac signs. This is available on beyondmystic.net. I've put the link in the description below. We go in depth into 2024 readings for each of the signs. I believe it's $3.99 US for each of the videos. So you can check out a full prediction video for your sun, moon, and rising over there on beyondmystic.net. And I also want to mention, you guys, very exciting that my best friend Sunny and I are going to be merging together and reviving the Scorpling Shop. So the Scorpling Shop is originally Sunny's online crystal store that we are now rebranding into an online crystal boutique, original art, and mystical merchandise store. And Sunny and I have a band together called Scorpling Alliance. So the Scorpling Shop is where we're going to be selling crystals, original art, merchandise for our band. So yeah, we're going to be doing a live crystal sale. I don't know why this isn't zooming in further, but we're going to be doing a live crystal sale on Wednesday, December 20th, and another one Thursday, December 21st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to check that out, follow at the Scorpling Shop on Instagram to keep up to date with what we're doing there. So yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to miss you guys while I'm doing a little social media detox. I hope you all have the most magical holiday season. Merry Christmas. Happy solstice. I love you all. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support my independent content further, I have a PayPal tip jar in the link below. So I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Happy holidays and see you soon.